Good morning, day 270, cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and working pantry meals. So, is this starting to feel a little bit like Groundhog Day? Remember that movie? So today is going to be a beautiful 81 degrees. I have to work on my mulch pile. I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to get it into my backyard because I sort of have everything fenced in. And the opening, the gate, is very narrow, so I have to figure out something else. But I will. It'll be fine. I think I already have a tentative plan, and it requires redoing some fencing. So, yeah, it's a lot of hard work. The back brace helps a little bit, but it's so hot. But I pace myself. I do a load and then I sit for a while in the shade, and then when I'm recovered from that load I do another one. And yeah, it goes at a snail's pace, but hey, I'm retired, so I guess that's okay. So I'm very happy my daughter got her washer and her dryer hooked up. Yay! So now I don't have to do laundry for 6 people. I didn't really mind. I mean, I love helping out my family, and I especially love giving them things that I've decluttered. And over the years they've taken things, not everything, but they do take quite a bit, and they'll call and say, they call me Mom Mart, and they call and they say, Mom, do you have this or do you have that? And if I have it, I'm very happy to give it to them, because most of the things I don't need anymore. So back in my younger days, I did a lot of DIY projects, but the older I get, the less DIY projects that I can do, but I still do what I can. So we carry on, and that's a good thing. You have to carry on. You don't want to just sit in a chair and wait for the inevitable, and eventually is going to come. But, in the meantime, we can have a good time, and we can keep our things in working order. So that's what I'm doing. But I am hoping to get everything to the point where I don't have to work so hard. That would be awesome. So I'm not sure what's for breakfast today. I have lots of choices. My daughter picked me up a loaf of Walmart bread. Yay! So now I've got a loaf of bread. Got other bread products I can use, but I don't know. I have to do something with some of the flash food produce that I got, so we'll see what's on the agenda for today and how much I'm still able to do after I do some of the mulch. All right, I will meet you at the refrigerator in a little bit and we'll see what's for breakfast. So I keep coming outside into my garden to see when the sun actually hits the backyard. So I'm finding out it's around 10 a.m. I'm trying to figure out how many hours of sunshine I get back here now, and I think it's going to be good, going to be quite a bit. So I've got over in the, over there, I have a ton of really, really mad yellow jackets. They can't get in their nest. I do feel kind of bad for them, but I had the exterminator come yesterday, and he kind of sprayed in there, so he said it would take a good 72 hours for them to go away, and if that doesn't happen I can call them back, but they are really upset. So anyway, oh, and there's my crane. I've had that guy for years. I got him at Mark's for really cheap, and they're pretty expensive now. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to set up all these garden boxes here and here. these two. Because I have one more that I need to review, and I'm looking forward to getting that set up. So today, instead of doing mulch, I need to work on this fencing right here, so that I can open up a space here to bring the mulch in. Because right now I can't do that because this little gate is so narrow. So that's my plan for the garden today, and hopefully the yellow jackets won't be so mad that they're going to sting me. So, alright, let's go see what's for breakfast. Okay, let's see what's for breakfast, 270. Hi guys! Okay, let's take a look. Alright, let's see. I've had this cheesy bread in here now. It was my grandson's for way too long. I think I'm going to eat that for breakfast. I still have some cooked potatoes here. I may make a potato salad out of that. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I still have some gnocchi, part of an onion, a little bit of piece of celery that I can still make into a salad. That would be good. Still lots of cheese. I took these cheese curds to my daughters yesterday, and they are really good. They're the Happy Farms brand of garlic cheese curds. So those are delicious. I can make something with those. My daughter picked up 2 more creamers for me so I don't run out. I have to do something with my grapes, get them washed. These are green beans that I got from my garden, just a small handful. And back there I still have more bread. Then in here I have my produce. I have to do something with these squashes and mushrooms. So either today or tomorrow I will make something with those. And then down here I still have a few apples that my grandson bought. So that is what's in my refrigerator. It's all stocked up with produce. So, and I still have a little yogurt there that I have to use up before I open the new one. So, I'm going to have a little bit of, I'm going to add some more cheese on the cheesy bread. I think it's time to open this up, and I'll just put some of that, one of those, onto the cheesy bread. And I'm going to put that in my air fryer. Alright, I will meet you at the stove. Last night I went to my daughter's house and we had some cheese and wine, and it was fun. And this is kind of getting dried out a little bit. So I'm going to finish this up. I mean, it's not moldy or anything, it's still good. So I'm just going to add some cheese to it. Now I could cut this up and make croutons out of it, that would be good too. But I don't have a whole lot of time to do a ton of cooking. So, and I want something simple for breakfast this morning. So I'm just going to just add a little bit more cheese to the top. And I don't know what's what here. But it doesn't matter, it's all good. So I'll just add a couple pieces of cheese. We'll pick this one. Alright. Hello, buddy. Hi. No, I will give you some different cheese, okay? I will give you some different cheese. All right, I'll be back when this is done. Okay, so here's my breakfast this morning. I had a little tomato from the garden. I put salt and pepper on there. The cheesy bread is nice and unstale now, and it's extra cheesy now. And some green grapes that I bought from my haul. So this is my using up my refrigerator food. Nothing from the freezer here this morning, but it includes my $30 monthly food haul. So using up the old and a couple of the new things, and very low shop, very low cost. So think outside the box when you do your shopping, and you can save a lot of money. All right, I'm going to eat this, then I'm going to go outside and work on my fencing, and we'll see how far I get. Okay, I'm working on Plan B here because I cannot work in my yard today because those yellow jackets are so mad. They're all over the place. So they're actually swarming out there. I don't know if that's normal, but apparently they can't get into their nest. So I don't know, they're just buzzing around like crazy. So I'll have to see if maybe they'll settle down later. But in the meantime, you know I always have a plan B. So I'm going to dehydrate my tomatoes that I bought. And some came in the flash food, and I want to make a tomato powder. I want to take those and the peppers and just make them into a powder for soups and stews and all that. So I'm just going to scoop out all the liquid and the seeds and just take the flesh and dehydrate them. I've never done this before, so this is new to me. So we'll see how it turns out. All right, I'll meet you back here at some point. I mean, this is going to take hours and hours to dehydrate, lots of moisture in tomatoes. But the results will probably be in another video in a couple days. All right, I'm going to get busy here and get the dehydrator going and preserve some food. Okay, well, Plan A and Plan B didn't go as planned. Those yellow jackets are just swarming out there. They're all over the place. I thought at first I could do the fencing and I'd be away from them, but they're all over, and they are mean. One bit me on the leg, and that was through my pants. So that didn't work, and then I was going to do the garage, but I wasn't in the mood for that. I'm still going to have to do it, but so couldn't do the mulch, couldn't do the fence. So that's getting moved up, and I'm hoping that those little buggers are going to be gone by Monday. So if they aren't gone by tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'm going to have to call my helper and put her off a day or two, because I don't want anybody to get stung. That's no fun. So instead, I've kind of been fooling around with the food that I bought. I'm dehydrating the tomatoes in my little mini dehydrator. I could bring up my bigger dehydrator, but I just don't feel like doing that either. So it's kind of a hanging around the house day, and I'll just prep up some of my produce, wrap it up for so it stays fresh longer. And I think I'm going to have a simple dinner tonight, because I don't feel like cooking either. It's just one of those days. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about just random things. I was looking up the blue jays, you know, my squawking bird, and they are actually related to, they're in the crow family, and they're supposedly very intelligent. They mate for life. They have like usually two sets of young, and supposedly they're good luck. Now this is kind of funny because it said that like your projects and things that you're planning, if you have a blue jay around, you'll be successful. So I don't know about that. I will be successful, but boy, somebody didn't get the memo about delay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about why I only shop once a month. Now, obviously, it saves money. So with me not going into the stores all the time, I don't do a lot of impulse buying. I more stick to my list, or I buy what they have on sale, and that's kind of my list. So that's one of the reasons why I only shop once a month. Now, I used to shop way more, a lot, you know, and I would spend $300 a month on food, which looking back is a little on the ridiculous side because now I'm spending $30 to $35 a month on food. So, and that's plenty. I still have food left over at the end of the month. So that's one of the reasons why I only shop once a month. It saves me on gasoline because I don't have to drive to the store. Now when I do go shopping, I usually shop a circuit, and all the stores are in the same area. So I'll buy this at this store, and you know how that works. So I usually do that. And shopping only once a month also forces me to use up what I have. So, you know, if I have 3 zucchini in my refrigerator, it forces me to use them up even if I'm in the mood for spinach. You know, it's like, okay, you're not going to the store, eat up what you have. So that saves me money too. And it simplifies my meal making because I don't have, you know, 20 ingredients that I can make in a meal. I've plenty of spices. I can change the flavor of foods just by changing up the spices. But I don't have a lot of things that need to be used up, and then I cook way too much, and then, you know, the food gets wasted. So it definitely decreases my food budget with me just shopping once a month. So I was happy yesterday to get some of my pile of mulch out of there. Now the issue is it's going to have to sit there longer, and I'm hoping to get it moved before it rains. We don't have rain in the forecast coming up the next few days, but you know, we're kind of headed into the fall rainy season, and if that mulch gets wet, it's going to be really heavy. So I kind of wanted to get it all moved before then, but I didn't realize, well, the yellow jackets needed to be eliminated, but I didn't realize that they would swarm like they are. They aren't really going into the nest because obviously there's stuff in there that they know is in there. So, but they're all discombobulated because they can't get into their nest, and they're upset. So I was talking to the exterminator. I called him back and I said, you know, they're kind of just swarming there. They're not going in. And it was kind of my understanding that they'll go in, they'll track in all whatever they put there, and that'll kill the nest. So I was thinking, well, if they're not taking it in, how are they going to kill the nest? Because they'll just keep hatching and hatching. So he said that, you know, it would take at least 72 hours. And if I didn't see a reduction in the yellow jackets, well, they're hornets, you know, they're in the hornet family, in about 5 days to give them a call back. So the guy that I hired is very, you know, he calls you back right away, and he was very nice with explaining about the wasps. But one thing that he told me that was really alarming, he said if they're, you know, in your siding, he said they aren't necessarily right around the opening. He said they could be up to 10 feet away, and it's like, I really don't want to have to start pulling the siding off my house to get rid of them. So I don't know, that's kind of making me a little nervous. I mean, they're not like honeybees. If you get honeybees in your house, they'll produce honey, and, you know, and it's just, you know, makes a mess. But those you would want to relocate with a beekeeper anyway, because we need to protect our bees. But these guys are just nasty. They're really, really nasty. You know, you don't even have to be bothering them and they'll come up and sting you. Because it's happened to me twice now within the last week. I got stung once in the front and then once in the back, and I was standing quite a distance from their nest. So I'm hoping, keep your fingers crossed for me that they aren't like way up in there somewhere, and just, that would not be good. So anyway, that's my day. And I'm to the point where it's like, oh, just forget about it. Go sit down and read a book or something, you know, rather than, you know, tomorrow's another day. So we'll see what happens. Now the ones in the front seem to be pretty much gone. So that's a good thing. But these, like I said, I have no idea where they are, other than I know where they're going in. So how many of you out there are downsizing? I'm not really, well, I can't say I'm downsizing because I don't have plans to sell my home, but I do have a lot of plans to, let's say I'm downsizing my possessions. I use most of the rooms in my house. I don't need all the bathrooms that I have, but you know, I really only need 1.5 baths. But so that's sort of a wasted space. But well, there's a couple of rooms I don't really use too much. You know, they just hold my stuff. Like, I really don't use my dining room anymore. Even though most people are always in my kitchen. You know, whenever I have a gathering, we're all in the kitchen, or they'll go in the living room. But it's where I have my plants, and it leads out to my deck, so I do like to go out into the garden that way. So sometimes I think maybe I should move, but I don't know. It seems like too much of an endeavor to do all that. So I'm just downsizing my possessions, and I'm going to continue to downsize my possessions. I should do a 15-minute declutter today. Maybe I'll be able to get that done, because I'm not having much luck with other things. But I did go on Flash Foods again today. They sent me a notice. And I don't have much fruit. I have bananas, and I have the grapes that I bought for 95 cents. And the bananas, I think, were 19 cents a pound, so that was a really good buy. But the Flash Foods, where my grandson works, had a mixed produce box, and it had apples and oranges, and I saw some more mushrooms in there, and just a bunch of random things. And so he's going to pick that up for me this evening. The way the Flash Food works is you download the app, and then you pay for it, and then you go and pick it up. Now you have to be careful, because if you wait too long and you miss your window of opportunity, even if you've paid for it, they'll throw it away if it's past an expiration date. So you have to be careful with that. And you don't get the money back either. You know, it's kind of money lost. So that I don't like about it, but as long as you pick your box up or whatever it is you buy on time, it's not an issue. But at the time, I didn't know that. So a lesson learned, but our stores here that use the Flash Food app, it's Giant Eagle and Myers. We don't have a lot of Myers around here. I know if you head down south, like to Columbus and things like that, they're more popular down there. And we have a couple Myers in the, you know, it's drivable, but I don't shop there. It's a little bit too far. So anyway, that's my non-productive day. How are you guys doing with your productive day, hopefully? Or if you're just chilling, taking a staycation for the weekend, that's great too. So I think maybe God is pushing me to do that. Sometimes when things just don't flow and it's a struggle to do what you're doing, sometimes that's a little bit of a reminder that, at least this is my opinion, that you need to stop what you're doing for a while and maybe regroup and just not make yourself crazy with whatever's going on in your head. All right, I will meet you back here in a little while, and we'll see what I'm having for dinner. I think I'll be able to handle that. Oh boy. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, let's see what's for dinner. I have an idea. Oh, let's see. I need to go in my produce drawer here, and let's see. I need to pick out one of these squashes. I need to cook them all, but I think this one needs to be cooked the soonest. And these mushrooms, they came in my box, and I'll be getting more of those later on. So these are still good. This pepper, I need to do something with that. And let's see. I think a potato. I still have 2 left. These are green beans. That's enough for another meal. Let's see. I have a little pasta sauce here that needs to be eaten up. And let's go in the freezer. And I have an idea of what I want in here. I have, a couple of these Impossible sausages. I'm going to have those too. All right, I will meet you at the stove. Okay, well, I have a bunch of chopped up things here that I'm going to have for dinner. If you hear something running in the back, that's my tomatoes. So here I have potatoes and an Impossible sausage. So I want to brown those up first. And then I have all these lovely veggies here. I have a yellow squash, mushrooms, and a red pepper. So I'm going to let this brown up, and I'll meet you back here when it's browned. So all day long, I was afraid to let my puppies out because of all the yellow jackets swarming around there. I didn't want them to get stung. And sometimes they make poor decisions and like to snap at them. So I just went out there and they seem to have settled down. Not the puppies, the yellow jackets. So I'm hoping that they either left or found somewhere else to live. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully that dilemma will be over. So, to the sausage now. I wanted to brown the potatoes up a little bit in the sausage. So now I'm going to add the yellow squash. And this is a quick one-pan meal. And I just have a little olive oil here in the pan. Because I guess olive oil is good for you. You know, everybody's got an opinion of what's good, what's not good. You know, plant-based, not plant-based, carnivore, whatever. This is seasoning for all the things. So it's all very confusing. Alright, I know this is very noisy, so I'm just going to cook that up a little bit, and I'm going to add my red pepper, and I'm going to hold off a little bit on the mushrooms because they release a lot of liquid, and I want this to cook up a little bit. So I'll meet you back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, I added a little bit of pasta sauce, not more than, maybe 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add some garlic granules, maybe. And then also some onion powder. And the steam from this doesn't help these not to cake up. But it's still good. So I took the sausage out because it was getting too brown. But I can add it back in now because I'm just going to cook this until the zucchini softens up a little bit. Which should only take about 5 minutes or so. So there's a quick dinner just from using things I bought on Flash Foods for markdown. And I'm just so excited that I found that app. That's just awesome. I turned my daughter onto it too, and she likes it. I mean, what's not to like? You know, you save so much on produce, and they have meat and, you know, condiments and whatever. A lot of them are close to expiration, but, you know, you use it up and save a lot of money. All right. So I'm going to plate this up and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water until the zucchini softens up a little bit, because it's not quite there, almost. That should do it. And it all depends on how crispy you like your vegetables, or if you like them not crispy at all, that's fine too. You can you can have this with rice or pasta. I chose potato because that's what I had cooked up. All right. Okay, so here is my dinner. Impossible sausage, zucchini, peppers, potato, mushroom, and then I'm still using up that little piece of iceberg lettuce. I don't want that to go bad. And that's with my last piece of celery, small piece of sweet onion, and a little red pepper. So there's my dinner for tonight. And I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and that you'll have the rest of the weekend will be wonderful too. In the meantime, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.